Hello, Eastview students. It's your art teacher here, Ms. Bowen. This week's project is called Sunny Expressions. I was thinking about how artists often have to show different feelings in their artwork. So I'll be teaching you the way to illustrate a sun, the shapes you'll need to draw, and then we'll be thinking about how you can make a face show a mood or a feeling. Many artists, like illustrators, have the job of drawing characters to tell a story. And what they often have to think about is how a face of a character can explain what's happening. And that can happen by showing feelings or emotions. You can see that some of the faces feel angry, happy, scared, excited, bored, or sad. This is the artist's job to know what the face needs to do to show that. What should the eyes look like when someone's happy or mad? What does the mouth do also when someone's feeling a certain way? Think of it like an emoji. You know what someone's saying or feeling when you look at an emoji because of what the eyes and the mouth are doing. Can you point with your finger the face that shows each of these emotions? Where is the mad face? The happy face? Which face looks like it's bored? Which face looks sad? Which face looks like it's surprised? Let's do some practice. Here are some examples of different faces and different feelings they might have. You'll see that they're made out of pretty easy shapes and lines, and you'll notice that the eyes are doing something special, and so is the mouth. Could you pick any two of these facial expressions or these feelings and try to draw them all by yourself? You could just use a scrap paper. Okay, after that little brief bit of practice, let's get started for our illustration project. What you'll need is a paper, pencil, marker, coloring supplies, and a plate to trace, or just something that's like a large circle to trace on your paper. The first step is to create a large circle by tracing in the center of your paper. Here you can see that I placed a plate right in the middle and I traced my marker around. You could do it in pencil or you could do it with marker. Now we're going to get ready to draw the sun rays that go around the circle. First, let's start with 4 straight lines that go from the top of the circle out, from the bottom out, the right side, and the left side. Next, let's add 4 more lines. If you look in between those first 4 lines I drew, I added the next 4. You can check your work by counting. You should have 8 lines altogether. We're going to turn those straight lines into points so they look more like sun rays, and we have a bigger shape to color in. If you look at every straight line, I started at the top of the straight line and I drew a diagonal line that goes down back to the circle. I did it on each side of the line. You'll want to go and find every straight line that you've drawn and try to turn them all into a point. When you're done creating the points, you'll want to erase the straight lines inside. And this would probably be a good time to outline any pencil lines that you would like to keep so that they show up better. Another option that you could do is make those sun rays a little more decorative by adding patterns inside. Maybe you do patterns every other ray, like in the first one I did dots, stripes, dots, stripes. Maybe you make every sun ray look like a different pattern. Or you could even add extra sun rays in between your big triangles. All right, now that we have the basic shapes, the circle and the triangle rays, we're going to start thinking about that facial expression or what the face of your son is going to look like. You'll first need to decide what mood do you want your son to look like it's in? What feeling are you going to show? Do you want your son to look happy? Maybe it's an angry son. Maybe it's an excited son. We'll start with the eyes. You'll need to think about what are the eyes doing to show that feeling. You can see I have different examples. If you need to, you can turn back to this picture and copy some of the eyes that you noticed before, or maybe you even practice drawing certain ones before. The next step is to add a nose if you'd like, and then match your eyes with a mouth that also shows the same feeling. So if you did happy eyes, you want a happy mouth. If you did angry eyes, you want an angry mouth, and so on. You also could add extra details to the face if you'd like eyelashes or cheeks, teeth. And our last step for the project is, of course, color. Make it nice and colorful. You could make the colors make sense, like nice bright fire colors for your son, like oranges, yellows, and reds. Or you could make it more make-believe, like you could have a blue sun or a green sun. You're the artist, you get to choose. Don't forget to color the sky. You could color it all one color, or you could use lots of colors in your sky. Again, the choice is yours. Those are all the steps for creating your sun illustration. Each time you make a sun, try to change the facial expression to show different types of moods. It's a good way to get some practice in. Well, I hope you have fun creating your art project this week. Stay tuned for more art projects from me.